All right, all right, all right. Welcome in H-Town. You are now tuned in to the Solid Grip coming to you live at 5, no time for jive. I'm your host, J.R. Wilson, alongside me, Ping Wilson. And look, we got some hot sizzling fire for y'all today. Y'all stay tuned, sit back. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share this link with your people, with your partners, with your family. There's lots to talk about. We will discuss that. But first, now's the time for you to close your mouth and open your ears and listen to what the Solid Grip has to say right after this here. All right, H-Town world, what's going on, y'all? We back in this thing. We back at it like a jackrabbit. Pop, how you feeling over there? You looking good, man.
Feeling good, man.
That's good, man. That's good. That's good. So Pop, man, look, there's a few things that we need to discuss today, and I think that there's no better way than just get right off into it, man. So Houston Rockets right now have only won 16 games, okay? And they're at the bottom of the food chain. They're at the bottom of the poll as far as the NBA is concerned. And you said they're up 4 right now in the game, right? And so right now we're looking at the Rockets potentially becoming the worst or the team with the worst record in the NBA. I need to know on your end. I know you've been calling for Cade. I don't know. You could say the slogan. I don't know what it is, man. But what kind of chance do you think the Rockets have of getting Cade? Because I think that we can see now it's inevitable that the Rockets are gonna have one of those bottom 4 picks.
Fade for Cade, okay? Uh, right now they're losing to Milwaukee. It's a close game. It was a 6-point game last time I looked at it. But a little better than a 50-50 chance of getting him. They still got to win that ping pong ball, but at least if they have the worst record or one of the 4 worst records in the league, that up their chances and stuff. And it's kind of bad when you pull it for your team that you pull for to lose and stuff. But we just in that situation, man, where we just need players. I mean, we lost 2
Yeah,
Hall of Famers, 3 Hall of Famers in the last 3 years and stuff. And you think about Clint Capella's no longer with us, and he's having a bang up year with Atlanta. PJ Tucker's on that team with Milwaukee and stuff. There's one of the teams to compete for the Eastern Conference Championship. We're just not the same team, man. And so we've got injuries out to Gallo stuff. Christian Wood is not even playing tonight. So we just need an infusion of players, man. Young guys with young, fresh legs and stuff. And I think it starts with Cade Cunningham.
yeah. Man, I was thinking about Phoenix, man. They got the number 2 seed right now in the West. Thinking about Chris Paul, man, how Chris Paul would help the team that we have right now if he was still here, man. Just being that seasoned vet that he is, man, that's still able to do what he did 10 years ago. I think a lot of people counted Chris Paul out because of his age, man, but he's still playing really well. He's the reason why Phoenix has the number 2 seed. Last year I don't even remember the last time Phoenix made the playoffs. But it wasn't the last 2 years. I know that it wasn't since he got on that team. And I thought about, man, what if Chris Paul was here with all these young guys like Kenny Porter, like Christian Wood, like many other guys that on the team, Tatum? Man, this team would really learn how to be a team, man. And even though I think Cade is really good, when he comes in, he's gonna be a young guy, man. He still got to learn the ropes. And even if he's a leader, man, he got to come in and get acclimated to the league and hope that his game transitions to the league. Not every great collegiate basketball player comes into the league and just, takes it by storm, man. I mean, you got to be a special guy to be able to translate and transfer what you have there and bring it over to the NBA. So, do you think that much of Cade that if he came to the Rockets, man, that he would really provide that galvanizing that the team needs in order to be successful?
Yeah, Rich. Uh, Going back to your earlier statement, Phoenix have been in the playoffs in 11 years. And yeah, man, Cade Cunningham. See, I can go back and I remember Magic Johnson, okay? And I remember how great he was, how he won a national championship at Michigan State. Because he had some guys to go around, Greg Kelsey. But Cade Cunningham basically did that at Oklahoma State. Now, they didn't win a national championship and stuff, but, man, they defeated Baylor, who won a national championship. They went, I think, a couple rounds in the NCAA tournament. Yeah. I think he's that type of galvanizing talent that can play all 5 positions and stuff that'll make you maybe not a playoff team, but maybe a 30, 35, maybe, 38, 39 win ball club and stuff. And, if you can some kind of way get another great player, young player, go along with him, you back at it, man. It doesn't take a lot in basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? It takes maybe a couple really, really good players and then fill in with some role players. And you got enough of those in town. You got your Kevin Porter and your Kevin Martin. You've got I don't know whether they'll keep Daniel House and stuff, but the young guys that just coming in, I can't think of the name. The one that got beat up in Miami and stuff. So those guys are good role players and stuff, man. And like I said, if you can either Cade or the other boy, Mobley, although Mobley will have less impact because he won't have the ball in his hand. We need a ball handler, man. We need somebody that can get Wood the ball, that can get Kevin Porter the ball, or the other guys that they're gonna put around Cade and stuff. And Cade can do that and get his, man. He averaged 20 points, but he averaged about 7 or 8 assists and stuff. And so, yes, I do think his game will transition to the NBA well. I think he'll come in and average 18 to 20 points a game. And like I say, he
Yeah, speaking of Magic Johnson, Pop, who's a Hall of Famer that won many championships for the Los Angeles Lakers, man. Let's move on to the Lakers, man. Now, we know that LeBron is in gear to come back from the high ankle sprain. And the Lakers, I believe, are 36-29. They're tied with Portland. They're the 6th seed in the West. The first 4 seeds have already clinched the position. But the team right up under Portland, I believe is 31 and 43. I can't, but basically they're 6 games behind the Lakers in Portland. So I don't see any threat as far as the Lakers not being able to make the playoffs. I definitely think they're gonna make the playoffs. But how long will it take LeBron to get acclimated once he comes back? Because once he comes back, he's never been injured and out like this before. Well, he like legit got injured. I think him getting hurt 2 years ago, I think that was kind of a situation when he was trying to get acclimated into Los Angeles, not the team, but the city as far as his production company and his business and his money, getting all that together, getting his family acclimated down here. And I think that's kind of what that was. But this was a real live injury that he had to deal with. It looks like we lost my old man here. Hopefully we can get him back here in a second. But there are serious concerns. Look like this is where he is now. See, I think we got him back. I think we got you back. You back, Pop? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, exactly, Rich. So, yeah, man, I think they're in trouble, man. I mean, Anthony Davis got hurt again last night. Anthony Davis has not learned to play with Andre Drummond, and so they got problems, man. I mean, when LeBron James comes out and says this injury may affect his career, now I know a lot of that might have been frustration and stuff, but come on, man. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, so no, I think they're in trouble, man. Schroeder's hurt, so I mean they just patchwork right now, man. And I tell you what, man, unless something miraculously happens, I don't think they'll win a back-to-back title. I really don't. I mean, I would love to see it happen because the closer that LeBron gets to that number 6, the closer he gets to Jordan. But hey, man, like I say, that ankle is hurting him. That ankle is hurting him bad, and I doubt he'll play anymore in the regular season. And so, and then Anthony Davis went out again last night with his back. And so, like I said, man, I mean, unless something miraculously happened, I mean, you got Utah over there. You got the Clippers over there. You got the Dallas Mavericks over there. You got Portland over there. You got Denver over there. It's just a lot of competition, man. And they're not like they were last year in the bubble and stuff where, everybody's healthy and stuff, and the Lakers were playing well. I think they maybe lost only 3 or 4 games and stuff during the whole playoff run and stuff. So I think they're in a little trouble, man.
Yeah, I definitely think that. And I mean, I picked Milwaukee to win the whole thing. I think they'll finally push through the East the way that they need to, especially with, we don't really know what the Nets are, right? It's hard to have 3 superstars
Right.
on one team and that team to really gel. I mean, look at the Nets, they've lost 4 games in a row. You know what I mean? When I think of a team like that that's got 3, not just all-star players, 3 superstar players on the team. Best point guard in the league, best ball handler / shooter / point guard in the league, and probably the best scorer in the league, pure scorer in Kevin Durant. And so when you got those 3 guys, man, it's hard for a team to mesh well. So they'll definitely be there in the end, right? Playing Milwaukee. But I definitely am picking Milwaukee to win the whole thing because they play good team ball. It's just when they get in the playoffs, man, they get the choking, man. So we'll have to see what they do. But Harden is on the Nets. And as long as Harden is on anybody's team, if he got that ball in his hand, when it come crunch time, he gonna mess it up for him, man. Unless they get the ball to Kyrie. And Kyrie don't even know if he want to play basketball, man. He's become a part of Nation of Islam, and he burning sage before games, and you know what I mean. He don't know what he want to do right now with his life, man. He lost. He like a tumbleweed, man, just being
Yeah, he's an
taken each
enigma,
which
man.
way by win, and so you don't really
Right.
know what they're gonna do. Toronto is good. You got other teams in the East, that are beckoning for position, man. But ultimately, I think Milwaukee will take it. Utah, they're doing really good this year, man. I just do not see them getting in the playoffs having this dominance that they've had in the regular season, Pop. So that's my opinion on it. That's my take on it. So, all right, Pop. Man, let's move right along, man. The Astros and Blue Jays. So this is only a great series, a great talk about, man, because George Springer is back in Houston. But the problem is, Pop, George Springer's on the 10-day IL, man. Do you believe in the curse of people that leave the Astros, man? Everybody that leaves the Astros seem to get hurt, man. I mean, there's only one guy I can remember leaving the Astros that went to Boston and actually became a really good player, but even he's been hurt. So what's going on with George Springer, Pop? And how much is the Astros missing George Springer from the lineup?
Well, they miss him a lot, man. And again, I don't know exactly physically what's wrong with Springer. Some of soft tissue injuries and stuff, man. When you're in your 30s and stuff, you start having those kind of problems and stuff. But absolutely, they miss him, Rich. His leadership, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. This can't replace what Springer brought to the table, man. I'm talking about on the field and off the field, man. Just the fact that every day he put that uniform on, man. You was getting 1-5-0 from him, man. And like I said, man, he was because he was a leadoff batter, and so many times he was and so yeah, they absolutely miss him. That's the reason that he said, man, I'm gonna just sign with get this deal I can and stuff because my body's beginning to break down. I'm just saying that and anybody told me that, I don't know that to be a fact. But as far as the Astros missing him, absolutely, you hate it to see him not being able to play in this series because you'd like to see the home team give him his due and stuff for being the MVP of the 2007 series, the only World Series that the Houston Astros have won. So absolutely, they miss him. And hey, man, be glad to see him get back well.
Yeah, they definitely missing that bat in the lineup. But I tell you what, Pop, they missing them on the field as well. I mean, George Springer, he'll dive out for a ball, man, in a quick second. I mean, the way he plays, the reason why he's always injured is he plays balls to the wall, man. He plays with heart, man. It's not his physical capability. It's not his talent. He plays balls to the wall. He plays with all heart, man. And that is the kind of guy you just do not want to lose, man. But we lost him. I'm glad that he got his big contract, man, because them giving Bregman 5 years, $100 million, and what they paying Greinke and what they paying Justin Verlander, and We couldn't even keep Garrett Cole, man. I mean, that should have been, to me, the easiest decision you ever made. You don't lose a guy like that, ever, right? And he just fanning people left and right with the Yankees right now, man. And so we definitely missing him as well. But, Pop, we got a lot of popping and hissing and stuff going on. So, man, you got anything to say, man, before we close out?
No, man, we just appreciate the people that listen in. Not only this whole week and stuff, and we're clear.
Uh-oh. You still there? Okay. So for me, J.R. Wilson, for my Pop Ping Wilson, we are the Solid Grip.
Yep,
We'll be back Monday. Grace and peace to y'all.
Hey, it's time to open up your ears and your